Never fast draw, fan, spin cock, try and do a triple shot, anything with live ammo. I'm a professional. Well, not really, but I am a legend in my own mind, so I can do it.
All these people talking about the recoil of the 458 to 375, they're either drama queens or they got a little bit of sissy in them.
You son of a bitch!
Alright, so anybody that's been watching this channel for any length of time knows that obviously I'm a big revolver fan. And it's not, and people seem to think that I'm against semi-autos and stuff like that, and I'm absolutely not. I think everybody should have a good revolver, a good semi-auto pistol, a good shotgun, and a good military style rifle. If the mostly peaceful protests didn't teach us anything, it taught us that when chaos breaks out, you don't know how many threats there might be. On the other hand, during COVID, ammo was almost impossible to get. When you did find it, it was $1 a round and over for anything with capable stopping power. 22 was a little bit cheaper. And I'm not putting down 22. There's people that carry 22s for EDC. It's just not for me. I'm not going to carry anything smaller than a 38 special. That's just 38 special. That's my minimum of what I will carry for self-defense. And then again, that's my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions. That's why you have Fords, you have Chryslers, you have General Motors, you have Cadillac, you have Lincoln, because everybody isn't going to always agree on the same thing. People aren't going to always like the same thing. But during COVID, I was able to shoot a lot. I mean, I spent hundreds and hundreds of rounds doing, learning to do the triple shot, learning to spin cock the lever action rifles and stuff like that. And the reason why I was able to do that was flat out, even though you couldn't find ammo, you couldn't find powder, everywhere I went, black powder was everywhere. I've seen enough tests to know that most semi-autos, or at least I haven't seen one yet, that will function reliably on black powder. I don't think anybody ever gets a full mag through before they start jamming up in that, because black powder is very, very dirty. But that's why I think everybody should have a revolver. If times get hard, there's guys out there like 11 Bang Bang, Wild Snapper, everything black powder, stuff like that. Them guys know how to make black powder. If you learn how to make black powder, you have all your cases, you learn how to cast your own bullets. The only thing you got to come across is primers. And there's even videos out there, Wild Snapper is showing, on how to reload your primers. Is it going to be cost effective? I don't know. Is it going to be very time consuming? Absolutely. Nobody's going to reload their own primers if they don't have to. But, I think everybody, if you're a survivalist, if you're a prepper, if you're just a regular everyday guy like us, everybody should have at least one revolver to go along with that semi-auto. The reason why I'm a huge 45 Colt and 44 Special fan, you start loading some of these cartridges up, especially these semi-automatic cartridges with black powder, they don't perform well compared to smokeless. But because 45 Colt was originally a black powder cartridge, the case is big enough with 40 grains of powder, black powder, especially if you use something like I use, and I know I'm going to hell for this, it's sacrilegious, but if you use 777 or another black powder substitute, some of them are I think 777 is 20% hotter than regular black powder. You can push a 255 grain bullet out of a 4 3/4 inch Colt at 1,000 feet per second. I mean, for self-defense, even against a grizzly bear, I mean, that's going to get the job done. 44 Special, even 44 Mag, they have bigger cases than like 38 and 357, and they will perform fairly well too with black powder. So for me, you know, I used to switch off and on in the wintertime. I carried a semi-auto because it's easier to hide underneath your coat and all that. And I just, because for one thing, I lose half my brass when I fire semi-auto. I have to buy more brass than that. With a revolver, I don't lose any of my brass. Using 777 black powder substitute, I can find it anywhere. I'm fortunate enough to have a subscriber that casts 45 Colt bullets for me. So, I mean, all I gotta do to shoot as much as I want and practice as much as I want is buy primers in the black powder substitute. And I was able to shoot all through COVID. I mean, if you guys really want, I'll do a video on my semi-autos. I got, you know, a few semi-autos. Love them. Never going to part with them. I just don't shoot them that often. If I could find a snub-nose revolver the size of a J-frame or slightly bigger, as long as it wasn't too big, too heavy, in 45 Colt, that would be my everyday carry. I carry 357 Magnum because it's a compromise. It's still got good power in a revolver and that, but I prefer a bigger bullet, a heavier bullet. I'm not worried about speed so much as a big chunk of lead. I don't pay attention to ballistics and stuff like that. I just know that 45 Colt and 44 Special from years and years and years of hunting, and I've shot deer and other things with both, they're both good killing rounds. They do what they need to do. I don't care what the paper says, what the velocity is, what the muzzle energy is. I don't understand all that. I'm a real world guy. If I see it consistently do what it's supposed to do, as long as I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm good with it. I trust it, not a problem. So like I said, it's not that I am anti-semi-automatic or nothing else. I just use past situations. During COVID, that was the second time we had a major ammo crisis where you couldn't find ammo, you couldn't find reloading components and that. I had one back when Obama was in. So, for me, I'm sure there'll be another one in my lifetime, maybe a couple more. I want to know that I can continue to shoot, continue to practice, and continue to, have a way to protect myself and my family. And so, yes, I think everybody should have a good shotgun. Everybody should have a good semi-automatic style military rifle. They should have some kind of semi-automatic pistol. But I think everybody should have a revolver. And revolvers are just fun to shoot. You take a lot of these semi-autos, especially these polymer frames, whatever grips on it, that's what you get. With almost every revolver, they make different grips. Not everybody's hands are the same. Not every gun feels good. I have nothing against Glock guns. Most of my buddies carry Glocks, own Glocks, stuff like that. Glock just does not feel good in my hand. And you can't really change the grip on it or nothing. And the other thing is, they've been doing it since guns were invented. People like to customize their guns, put their own spin on it, make it theirs where it's different from everybody else's. And that becomes a lot harder to do with these polymer guns and stuff like that. And again, I know bluing is terrible. If it's a concealed carry gun or a duty gun that you're going to use every day, the bluing wears off and that. But again, this is just my opinion. There ain't nothing prettier, whether it's single action or double action, there ain't nothing prettier than a revolver with good ivory or ivory looking grips or stag grips, that whitish color just with that dark blue. Love it. That's catch meow, as they say. But anyway, I just out doing my chores, and that popped to mind. Didn't really have a video for today, and so I thought I would talk about that and explain why I think the way I think. I'm an idiot, so you don't have to think like me, but them are just my opinions. Hope everybody has a great day.